Thailand is shutting down construction sites and indoor dining, as well as banning gatherings of more than 20 people. The latest restrictions to address new outbreaks of COVID-19. Grim news for a tourist hub at the start of the summer season.
I don't make any profit nowadays. At best, I break even, but I can't stop selling food. It's my livelihood. I can't rely on the government's help every day, can I? We have to save ourselves. It doesn't make any sense to ask for helping hands now.
SUPARAK has been cooking noodles in Bangkok's Chinatown for most of her life. Her shop has been open for 49 years. For millions just like her, the pandemic has meant it's a struggle just to make a living. Indonesia set a new record for daily cases on Sunday with a toll of more than 21,000. Hospitals in the capital Jakarta are overflowing with patients. It is the hardest hit Southeast Asian nation, with more than 57,000 deaths. But the real figure is believed to be even higher. During an emergency meeting, an Australian health official warned the situation there is the worst it's been since the first wave of the pandemic. Cities across the country are going back into lockdown.
We really faced the most serious crisis in the COVID pandemic since the early days in February, March last year. It's made the worse because this was a largely avoidable and foreseeable crisis, but thanks to the very poor procurement and rollout of the vaccines, we don't have that strength to respond to the situation that's emerging.
In Fiji, there's been a sharp rise in cases this month. Even relatively isolated island nations have been unable to avoid the pandemic.
The rise of cases in Fiji is definitely a wake-up call for Pacific nations who absolutely can prevent a first wave from reaching their shores. It is not an inevitability that we will see COVID taking over in the Pacific. People are well coordinated. Governments and humanitarian organisations are working together. They are learning lessons from across the Pacific and across the globe.
But for many, they continue to be difficult lessons.
It's a lonely time, eh? Straightforward, like no because you can't see your families, you can't go see your friends, you can't we can talk through social media, but now we're just longing for that contact that us as South Pacific Islanders, us as Fijians, we're always that kind of touch. We want some.
Despite new variants, aid groups say getting jabs in arms is still the only way to slow down the pandemic, which continues to hurt people and economies around the world. Zein, Basravi, Al Jazeera.